Guys, welcome back to some more live streams. It has been a minute since it's been the Horror Boy Hangout live on YouTube, but we are finally back. I was somehow, some way able to find a charger for this computer. So for the longest time, that was the biggest headache on making videos. I did not have a charger, so I had to use a cell phone charger, and that took literally like 9 hours to charge this computer all the way. So now that I have an actual computer charger, we can have live streams that can actually see the screen now and reply to y'all. But anyways, welcome back to the Horror Boy Hangout. Today we're talking about pro wrestling, WWE, AEW, all that stuff with Colt the Guy. How you doing, Colt?
I'm doing pretty good.
And we figured that we just get on here and discuss wrestling with you guys. You know, we always come on here to do wrestling talk, talk about wrestling, the current state of WWE, AEW, TNA, all that good stuff.
And some horror stuff.
Yeah, we're about to watch some Halloween too.
So watch some Halloween 4.
Yeah, so we're gonna be watching that. So, I guess we can kind of kick it off with.
You want to get the bad out the way, or you want to get the good out the way? The good being the Extreme Rules.
I was gonna say, do you want to discuss the Extreme Rules pay-per-view we went to? We actually got a chance to go to Extreme Rules and attend that live, and in living color. How was it?
Okay, so I want you to go first because that was your first live event that you've ever been to. I've been to, I think, 7 or 8. So I want you to go first on that. Tell them how you felt.
Okay. Well, I will say this. Going to that show was really cool, especially when I first walked in and I seen the Titantron and I seen everything and all the lights were going. You know, WWE knows how to put on a good spectacle, and they did a great show. I'd say that was like one of the best shows.
Sports entertainment.
Exactly. It was a lot of fun, man. You know, I got to hang out. I was there with you guys. I had also went with a friend of mine, and that was like his first time he's watched wrestling.
YouTube, probably first ever event.
Yeah, we were both like brand new to going to a live show, so we were just sitting there and. He was really hoping for Brock Lesnar to come back, and I kind of was too. But it was still an amazing paper.
I remember before the show kicked off, I looked down and I seen you. I was like, "What up?" You were like,
"Yeah." I had no clue I'd be that close to where you guys were at.
I was like, "Hi."
Yeah, I was like, "Man, they got the good seats." No, but it was a lot of fun, man. I was so happy I was finally able to attend a WWE event because that's definitely on my bucket list for a long time, and I still have on my bucket list. I got to see one WrestleMania.
We got to. I know for a fact.
At least one WrestleMania.
If it's close, Indiana, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Chicago, anywhere within them states, I think me and you and the guys should all probably.
Definitely, yeah. But the problem is they don't ever have them near us. They're always like either way below, way to this.
They're either in Texas,
East Coast, yeah,
like all those South states, and California, and
West and South,
York,
and like way east. If it's ever east, it's way east, like East Coast, like New York type stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but I definitely think we should all attend a WrestleMania one of these days.
What was your thoughts on the matches?
I thought there were a lot of really good ones that surprised me. I mean, the match really surprised me, not only because it was a pretty decent little opener.
You're talking about the pre-show or the tag match?
Carmella versus Liv Morgan.
That was pre-show.
Still a great match.
That was a good.
It was a good kickoff match. I liked Carmella's heelish tactics. I liked Liv Morgan. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. She got really over, like a big reaction from Columbus.
I don't remember if I told you this, but I've told Tyler this a lot. I am not the biggest Liv Morgan fan.
Yeah, you have said that before.
I am not the biggest Liv Morgan fan because of one reason, and it's one reason that I hope that she can get better on. Her promo skills are not the best. Her in-ring work is good, and I do wish WWE would push her and use her more, and in fact, give her more promos.
What do you think? She have a mouthpiece?
I don't think she needs a mouthpiece. I think what they need to do is it's the same thing with Rhea. Give them promos to do, and then have them get confident in it. Don't script it. Just have them go out and say something that they want to say and get off their. Well, don't say get off your chest, but I feel like they would take advantage and go, "I hate this company." Like, whoa. Can't say that, but at the end of the day, I feel like if you just give her more time, she'll get better at promos. Her in-ring work's already there. Her character's already there. Everything's there for the promos. If her promos get better, I'll become a fan. Like, if you look, perfect example I can think of, if you see her and Zelina Vega, a lot of people want to live over Zelina Vega, but I think Zelina's perfect. Mm-hmm. She can talk. She's a good in-ring worker, and she nails her character. Liv is missing that one thing, and like you said, you can give her a mouthpiece.
Like, what about her and Doudrop as a duo? Whereas she can cover Doudrop as far as like the in-ring and like, because I'm not saying Doudrop can't wrestle, but like do like one of those dynamic duos where like one's strengths is another one's weakness and one's weakness is another one's strengths.
That could work, but there is only one problem. She does not want to be in tag teams no more. She is done. She wants to be a single star.
I understand that, but like instead of making it a tag team, make it more of just them as friends.
Well, they kind of need tag teams. I hate to say it because of I don't know if you know this, but every single women's tag team is gone besides the champions. There's no other teams.
Yeah, I mean, do you count Madcap and Happy Corbin as a tag team?
I mean, a little.
Because I look at them as like just friends, but I guess they're unless they start competing in tag team matches.
Yeah, like, I say
something like that with Doudrop and Liv. Just have her and her be like best friends. Like, we need something. We really do need in WWE in particular. We need those buddy duos. Like, you know how before they had like DX and you know you had Macho Man. These people were all like best friends in wrestling, and it's really fun to watch that.
They weren't a tag team.
Yeah, they weren't necessarily like DX was kind of its stable, and then I guess Macho Man and Hogan they were a tag team. But you know, yeah, living it up. No, but yeah, I just feel like we need more like best friend groups. Like to me, like. That's why I like Gargano and Ciampa because they were a tag team, but they were also like best friends.
That's why I like the whole Wave thing. It's a tag team, but it's
that too, exactly. NXT does it a lot.
And now they kind of just got rid of it because
poor guy.
Austin went to Raw.
Hey, he's feuding with Jeff Hardy right now, so they're giving him a good start.
Here's another thing I'm going to say that irritates me when it comes to wrestling fans, and it's just something I've been noticing a lot. It's the same problem that we've talked about over and over again. Quit being so picky, because when Austin beat him, people were like, "Oh, Jeff deserves better. Jeff got to do this." Jeff needs to put over young talent. Yeah, he can win a match here and there. Shoot, he could even win a world champion for all I care one more time. It's just when it comes to like people always complaining about the same thing. I'm like, what do you want? You want new talent or do you want the old talent?
Yeah.
And it's like, when they give you one, you complain, but then when an old talent comes back like Goldberg or Lesnar, you complain. But when Jeff Hardy gets a job, it's like, oh, I complain again. So it's like,
well, if he jobs or loses, people complain.
It's no win situation when it comes to this.
Exactly.
But what was your favorite match of Extreme Rules?
Extreme Rules' favorite match was probably the Triple Threat. I think that stole the show. But also, okay, top tier matches of that night. Obviously, the main event. Thought it was fantastic. Great match.
Except for the ending.
Really weird. And I've grown to not like that ending because I felt, even though I knew what they were trying to do, it still didn't look good.
They could have just done the simplest thing. He goes for the coup de grace, he misses, and he gets speared. Or he's jumping and he gets speared in midair.
They were just trying to protect the demon, which I can appreciate that, but
and then people say they buried.
Yeah, it still didn't really help much.
No matter what WWE does, I feel like they can never win. They can have the
sadly
the demon loses clean, he's buried. The demon loses fishy, he's buried. If he loses by count out or disqualification, he's buried. Every time someone loses, they're automatically buried, and it's the most aggravating thing to me when it comes to wrestling fans. Do you know what the word buried means? I'm talking about that word buried, because if you don't, then you don't need to be running around all he's buried, because they're not. Buried is 2004, 2003 to 2000, I would say 7 Triple H. That man buried people. And then 2010 to 2000, I'd say 15, 16, John Cena. He buried people. He buried the Nexus. Triple H. He buried a lot of people. But you don't. Wrestling fans do this. They look at old WWE and they say that's fine. But when new WWE does it, it's like, oh, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. It goes against everything. But they did it back then, and you liked it. Oh,
exactly.
I was a kid. But a lot of these younger fans are kids. So why is it that you're getting mad about it, but they're having fun? Well, because it makes no sense. To them, it makes a lot of sense. To you, because you're letting your self-awareness get involved, it's getting in your way. What you need to do when it comes to watching WWE is to turn off the thing in your head called a brain. Because when you do that, the more funner it is, the more, yeah, you can see things like, oh, that was botched, or that wasn't good, or that match sucked. Like, that's fine. You can criticize it. I'm not saying you can't. But it's when you beat it like a dead horse.
Yeah.
It's stupid. But
I completely understand, man. And it's just like, personally, the way I looked at it is I really enjoyed that show, despite the questionable ending. And
that triple threat match killed it.
Yeah. John's here. What's up, John? John Hannibal.
Oh, it's John the Hannibal. Interesting. What did he say?
Is that John? Yeah, it is John. What's up, John? He's like, well, my fam. What's up, John?
It's the GOAT.
Yeah. The way I look at it, man, is the triple threat was amazing. The tag team match was really good.
With that triple threat.
The botches were there.
The botches was funny.
I don't know. I don't know if it was just because we were live, but I noticed a lot of botches, especially from like AJ. I was very surprised that I seen botches from AJ.
A lot of botches when you were live.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is like obvious right now.
It is just weird, but so triple threat was one of your favorites. That's good. So what was something that you disliked about the pay-per-view? Besides the ending, because that's obvious.
I mean, if I'm being realistic,
if it's only the ending, then it is what it is at that point.
Well, I wasn't really a big fan of the wasn't there like a women's tag team match in there? Was there? No?
Oh, I know what you didn't like. Alexa Bliss versus
Charlotte. Yeah, I hated that. That was terrible. Even me and my friend, we were like, yeah, it was like he's like the worst match of the night, which sucked because it was her hometown and everything, and they decided to do that. I don't understand why WWE does that stuff.
No one wins in their hometown if you're in wrestling. I promise you that.
I guess so.
But, things I guess you can say happen. But Crown Jewel, that's coming up. So, what would you rate the Extreme Rules?
I'd get like a 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. I really thought it was a great show, and I really enjoyed it.
I can agree to that. I gave it a 9. It was good. I enjoyed it. Let's see. We got Crown Jewel coming up. So you want to get your predictions on the Saudi Arabia death show?
Yeah.
All right.
See how this goes.
It is stacked. You even said it, and I kind of have to agree with you on this. It is stacked. But let's get to the matches, and let's see who was going to win. You got the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, versus Brock Lesnar. Who you want, who you think?
Roman Reigns, I want and I think. I don't think Brock Lesnar's taking it because Brock Lesnar was getting like a lot of controversy because of that documentary, and B, I just don't see Brock taking that title because he doesn't have that much matches left. I don't really see them having any future plans other than him putting over talent this time left. So
I'm actually gonna agree with you because apparently his schedule got leaked, and the next time you'll see Lesnar is not till Rumble.
Yeah.
So he's definitely not winning.
I don't think he's winning, but it will be a good match.
It'll be a very interesting match. A face Brock Lesnar versus a heel Roman Reigns. SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Belair versus Sasha Banks. Who you got?
Wow, I'm actually really excited for this match too. Belair, I think Belair got their belt taken away from her. I want Belair to win. I think Sasha's going to win.
Interesting.
Well, I want Belair to win because I feel like she didn't get a fair shot to shine amongst the stars like Sasha, like Becky, like Bayley. Like I want Bianca to be the next big female wrestler.
So who do you think is going to beat Charlotte then for the title? It's going to have to happen here soon. It's going to happen. It's got to happen.
Do they have a match of Crown Jewel?
She don't have a match of Crown Jewel, so she has to lose either Monday or...
Why does she have to lose?
Because she's the Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah,
she got drafted to SmackDown. So if Sasha wins, they got both titles on SmackDown. Unless they literally have Charlotte vacated, which I would think would be stupid.
Maybe. Either that, she'll vacate it, or I see her dropping it, hopefully back to Rhea. But is Zelina on Raw?
Zelina Vega?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just got drafted.
I wouldn't mind seeing Zelina win that belt from her.
I wouldn't either.
And see Zelina Vega have a Raw Women's Championship.
I was going to say Shayna, but she got drafted to SmackDown.
Yeah. And then, or I wouldn't mind Rhea Ripley getting it back. But I don't see that she's tag team now. Yeah. So, but I don't know. I see. Xia Li, is she on SmackDown or Raw? I think she's on SmackDown.
She's on SmackDown.
See, I don't know who's all on Raw right now. It'll be that roster.
Drop is on Raw. Natalia's on Raw, I think. No, Tamina's on Raw. Bianca, Becky, Liv's on Raw. I don't know who else is on Raw. For me, I want Belair, but I think Becky's going to retain.
I could see that. I don't really see what would happen with Becky right after she loses it.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe Becky.
They kind of put themselves in a corner. Either Becky's retaining and no one's taking off Charlotte, they're going to switch belts like the tag teams did. And I'll be fine with that, but please, for the love of everything, have someone take off Sasha. I mean, not Sasha, freaking Charlotte. No one wants her anymore. No one wants to see her. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Charlotte no more. I want different people. I want Zelina. Zelina will be on Raw, so Raw's going to be different. SmackDown's going to be, I think, bad for the women because it's going to be Sasha and Charlotte. That's all. Here's a good one. Biggie, Mr. Twerk, hip thrust.
God.
No, that's Kofi. Kofi's the twerk god. He's the thrust and moving the hip god. Biggie versus Drew McIntyre.
I think Biggie, and I want Drew.
Really, you want? Drew?
I've been wanting Drew. I'm so tired of him not getting that belt.
Blame the fans.
John's typed a lot. I didn't respond.
John's like, notice me, senpai.
Sorry about that.
What's he been saying?
We're doing good, man. WWE needs a Riley Patrick, Tyson Rex, John Hannibal. We will rule the business. Taking over. Couldn't agree more. Bella needs to win. Nobody wants to see Charlotte. She gives me a huge headache. Yeah, exactly. Nobody. Well, the live audience, they love her. They'll cheer her out of the building for some freaking reason. Yeah, but everybody online seems like, oh. It's like Vince. Everybody online is like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Live audience, yeah.
Exactly. I want and think Big E. I think Big E should have a decently good title run. I feel like having people get drafted on Raw, some new challenges, some new faces. I think it'd be really good for Big E. I think Big E for the win. Your favorite, Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg.
Oh God.
And a no disqualification match.
Oh, it might be a decent match. I want Bobby, and I think Bobby, but there's a small part of me that thinks that Goldberg will win this because
I got both of Lashley.
I think Goldberg might win only because they might drag it out to a third pay-per-view and then have Bobby finally beat him.
Blech.
Yeah, I don't want it, but I have a small little feeling that Goldberg won't take 2 L's in a row like that. So, 3 L's in a row. 4 L's in a row.
He's taking some L's for a minute. The last time I can remember.
5 L's in a row.
He's taking 5 or 6 L's. I remember he lost to Strowman.
Taker, Strowman. He was going to face Roman, but he faced Strowman.
Taker, Roman.
Drew. Bobby.
Yeah, he did take an L to Drew. I forgot about that. I forgot about that match even happening. I think that would be...
lost to Brock, too. But he beat Fiend, so he didn't lose at all.
Yeah, that was another thing. But this match, I feel like it's going to be a sleeper. I feel like this one's about to tear the house down because it's about to be a no disqualification.
Oh, Bobby and Goldberg? I think it'll be pretty good, yeah. Because they're both good big guys, yeah. They're both intense. And you need big guy wrestling sometimes to bring the intensity to the card. Raw
Tag Team Championships. RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos.
I want RK Bro. I think RK Bro. I love AJ.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I love AJ, but he does not need to be in a tag team right now.
They were this close to breaking them apart.
I think they should.
Personally. The only reason why they didn't was because they thought Omos isn't ready for that single push yet.
I'm just tired of them always getting championship matches. There are other teams on Raw that I want to see get title matches, but for some reason it's always them. What about the War Raiders?
They're going on SmackDown, right? So I'm fine with that. Yeah. War Raiders is my favorite tag team.
They're being spared.
Yeah, they'll be. Same thing with Ricochet. He's going to get pushed to the moon.
Finally.
Bro, that's why I don't like Dave Meltzer.
What did he say?
He said Sheamus, Jeff, and Ricochet are not going to be pushed at all at SmackDown. They're going to be buried.
They're not going to be buried.
I'm like, first off, Jeff's teasing Willow. So that's going to happen.
Everybody's being booked good on SmackDown. Who is not being booked good on SmackDown?
Divas.
Yeah, true. But I like the tag teams on SmackDown, the main event scene on SmackDown, the mid-card scene I like on SmackDown. They're even giving my boy Dominic matches with Sami Zayn and stuff.
Well, that's about the end because he's on the Raw.
Oh, yeah. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be turning heel because I like what they're doing. They're setting it up, and they're going to turn him heel, and it's going to be one of the biggest swerves of all time.
How sad are you going to be when I tell you this? It actually came out of Ray's mouth. He will not fight his son in a one-on-one match.
Oh, man. Come on, Ray.
He won't do it. He won't do the heel thing.
Ray, come on. It would be history.
He won't do it. He said in an interview, he's like, I won't do it.
I hate to be that guy, but that's like the one thing. That's like that if Dominic does that and brings out a new mask with a new design instead of taking the old mask and being a baby face, it will blow up because
he changes his last name to Guerrero. He's like, I was Guerrero.
I don't know if he should go that far, but
I was a Guerrero all along.
He should rip the mask after he faces his dad and then throw it down and then bring out a new mask, like it's his own mask.
Grand Metalik, Lindsay Dorado mask.
Yeah, like he's talking about going his own way.
Them two might get fired. I heard.
Not really.
Grand Metalik actually asked for his release.
I don't know what he's been doing.
He's nothing. He's done nothing. They're literally just sitting his contract.
When I think about SmackDown, I'm like, okay, I got Sammy's doing stuff. Yeah, everybody's else doing stuff. Raw, it's like, what are they doing?
You know the sad thing? Grand Metalik and Lindsay wasn't drafted, and they're both unhappy. You know who else wasn't drafted? Elias, which scares me.
Yeah.
Which scares me.
Well, it's all right. Be patient because I heard he's being repackaged right now.
They were, but then they just dropped out of nowhere. He had like 3 vignettes on Raw, and then they just dropped it.
Oh, that's stupid.
It's WWE. What do you expect?
I heard they're repackaging him. That's sad.
They were. And two divas that didn't get drafted because they're hurt, but Asuka and Bayley didn't get drafted.
I didn't see them either. I was like, where's my babe? Where's my babe?
Where's my 2 babes?
2 babes. Yeah, I'll take them both. Yeah. With all respect. Yeah, but I was like, Bayley needs to be on SmackDown.
Asuka needs to be on SmackDown.
Not on Raw, because they did They did her so bad on Raw. She did not have a title defense for like 3 or 4 months, Cole.
I remember.
3 or 4 months. She was in tag team matches for 3 or 4 months.
With Charlotte.
What kind of crap is that?
We don't know what to do, so we're just going to put her in tag team matches.
Like, think about all them people on Raw that had no chance to get that belt. Not even an opportunity to get that belt. Because they were too busy doing tag team matches.
Yeah.
So they did make my girl a double champion, so I can respect that.
Yeah, you were probably very happy, if you know what I mean.
Very happy.
You were in the bathroom for a long time during that match, after the match, so I think you had your happy ending. So, you got the King and the Queen finals, which the 2 semifinals will be wrapping up on SmackDown, which will have Xavier versus Jinder and Finn versus Samuel. And the female side, Shayna versus Doudrop and Carmella versus Zelina. And this is something that me and Ty have talked about, they have done the women dirty. Very dirty. In fact, he sent me a thing, which I'll show you here. On the mat, how long the matches were with the Queen of the Ring so far. There it is. Tori versus Zelina was 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
On what?
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Doudrop versus Natalya was 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Liv versus Carmella was 1 minute and 46. Dana versus Shayna was 1 minute and 21.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
That's the problem. That's why I think the main roster, it would have been really cool if they would have got that Evolution pay-per-view going again and maybe gotten like a third brand where it's the all-female division, because then they could take over their whole show. You know, they could have the main events. You know, have everything. You know?
I would. You don't treat your women right at all.
I mean, that's why on NXT the revolution happened. I mean, it started on NXT and then it kind of leaked out on the Raw. But it started on NXT because they gave the women actual matches. Like, and those matches I was excited for. They meant something. Oh my Lord.
That smile is creepy,
Yeah.
no lie.
But they gave them time to work. They took them seriously. The main problem with today's roster with the women is that they don't care about
these two mother truckers.
all of them. Yeah.
And Sasha and Bayley. But even Bayley got shafted sometimes.
Yeah. I just feel like they need to work on letting the talent get over and letting them get actual people to care about them and stuff like that, you know.
Exactly.
Because nobody will care if you don't give them a reason to care.
Exactly. Like Tony, no one cares about her because you keep giving her.
And it sucks because Tony Storm on NXT was great.
Mm-hmm.
But this Tony Storm, I can't tell you a thing about her. I can't tell you a thing about Carmella, and I used to love Carmella. She's love Carmella.
She's the most beautiful woman in WWE.
Yeah, how generic is that? Like,
Zelina, you don't know what she's doing because she's always in anime.
You can't really tell with these people, like these divas, like what are their characters? I can't tell anymore. Whereas when I watch NXT, I know Blackheart's gimmick. I know, I know their gimmicks. I know their characters. I know what they are. But on the main roster, they feel like somebody said it. They feel like watered down versions of their NXT characters, where like Vince kind of shapes them into what he wants, keeps a little bit of NXT in there, and then he sends them out. Whereas sometimes it works. Like Damian Priest, it worked. He fit in great on the main roster.
He had that NXT vibe, but also had the new main roster look vibe, the dread.
Exactly. He changed it, which, Colt's a witness at first. I hated that Damian Priest because I couldn't stand it, but they did it right. And I'll admit when they did it right, and I'll admit that, I was stubborn about it, but it was my boy Damian Priest. He was my favorite NXT star.
It was like Alistair when they were doing the father gimmick. I was like, okay, good. They're going to fuse him finally. And then released. Cry at night.
Yeah, they better not draft Ricochet to SmackDown, give him one match. He's been released.
Oh my God, they're probably gonna.
I'd be like, no, but
they're
like,
gonna repackage Ricochet. He's gonna kick someone's head off as a he's gonna turn a heel and from like breaking news: Ricochet, the War Raiders, and all these people were released. I'm like, motherfucker, what are you doing?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just think that with the women's division, they need to like give them a reason for people to care about them, and it's not even their fault. It's just that when you're given 3 minutes and you're given pre-show matches and like match number 3 on the pay-per-view, it's like that's all awkward stuff to work with.
For my predictions with the King of the Ring, though, real quick, I got Xavier beating Mahal, and I have Sammy beating Finn. Then I have Xavier beating Sammy. I have Xavier winning the whole thing. Xavier, if they do not pull this card, I'm going to hate Vince for a minute because Xavier is underappreciated in this company. He needs something.
John says SmackDown is great, but Raw is definitely questionable nowadays. Yeah, questionable was still alive. It's saying we're having connection issues.
Connection issues. Hello. It says we're still live. It says I'm still on the TV with it. Wouldn't it kick me off? It says we're still live.
Yeah, we're still live. We're good. I don't know what's going on.
It's
might have been a glitch. I tried to reply to you, John, but it's not letting me. I'm sorry.
But, who do you got for your King of the Ring?
Well, you're gonna hate me because I got Roman becoming King of the Ring.
Roman ain't even involved.
Well, then who's in it?
It's Xavier.
That's all the people that's involved with King of the Ring right now.
Xavier and Mahal, and then Sammy and Finn. They're gonna. I think they're probably. That's
everybody involved with King of the Ring.
No, there was more. It was. Xavier.
Isn't it basically the whole roster though?
No, it wasn't the whole roster. It was like 8 people, like a bracket. It was 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. And
I could have sworn it was a lot bigger than that though. Like they used to have like the whole roster, King of the Ring, face each other. Than a pay-per-view, right?
Well, they got 2. They had Kofi versus Mahal, and they had Xavier versus Ricochet.
Okay, then I got my boy Ricochet going all the way. King Ricochet.
Xavier beating.
Oh, dang it, man! I'm so far behind.
So here was the first round. You had Mahal and Kofi, Ricochet and Xavier. You had Ray and Sammy, and Finn and Cesaro. Sammy beat Ray. Finn beat Cesaro, so they're gonna fight. You had Mahal beat Kofi, which was the dumbest decision they've ever done because, for one, they should have had Kofi versus Woods. And you had Woods beat Ricochet. SmackDown, they're having Woods versus Mahal, and probably Sammy and Finn.
You're gonna hate me because I got Mahal beating Xavier. I got Finn beating Sammy, and then I got Mahal becoming King of the Ring.
Oh my God, you went full hero mode.
I want Mahal to be King of the Ring so bad.
Oh no, Xavier.
I know, guys. I know. But I'm a big mark for Jinder Mahal because he did amazing.
I will give him that.
He was amazing. He still is amazing, even though he's not giving any work.
Exactly true. But I
King Mahal.
Please don't do King Mahal. Do King Woods. That's the one thing I asked for in my life. Who you got for the Queen?
Who's in that? I don't know who's in that.
So I'm not telling you who was all involved, but the 4 finalists is Doudrop versus Shayna, Selena versus Carmella.
I got Shayna winning it. There's no way that anybody else is winning that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Shayna's winning that. It's gonna be Queen Shayna, basically.
Queen, yeah.
There's nobody else winning that. If Zelina wins that, I'll be surprised.
Here's the thing that makes me mad when it comes to
What's
Shayna.
up, Trenchy? How you doing?
The thing that makes me mad with Shayna is they push her, then they job her, then they push her again, and then they job her. Because remember, she was the only woman in the Elimination Chamber to eliminate every single woman.
Yeah.
And that got her beaten by Becky.
Why? Why?
This is a stacked card. So the next match, what I think you're going to be marking out for a lot for, Mansoor versus Ali.
Yes, I'm actually very excited for this match. I want both. I don't care who wins, but I want Mustafa to get a win, and then I think they're gonna have Mansoor win.
They're going to have
Mansoor.
Mansoor.
I swear, when I first heard his name, I was like Mansoor, and then I looked, I was like, oh, it's Mansoor. Okay.
Mansoor's probably going to win, but I want Ali to win.
Mansoor won the last time they were out there, I think.
He was undefeated there.
Mm-hmm. So he's gonna win, but I want Mustafa
Same.
because Mustafa's like my favorite cruiserweight.
So the final match on this card, because this is for some reason a stacked card, and I don't know why they did it. Seth Rollins versus Edge in a Hell in a Cell.
When he said that on SmackDown, or was it on Raw, he said that.
SmackDown.
When he said that, I thought he meant at Hell in a Cell. I'm like, that's a long wait for a rivalry.
That's a long time.
But they're doing Hell in a Cell, Crown Jewel. They're trying so hard to stack this card.
They really are.
Like, some And I think we're back. There we are. Sorry about that.
That's what the title looks like.
Oh, the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. Is it gonna be like all red instead of blue?
I don't know what color he's gonna make it. It looks like gold.
What were we talking about before we left?
Crown Jewel.
No, like what
The
were
time.
we at? Oh yeah.
It's gonna be at 12 p.m. and I was like, come watch it, and you're like,
Yeah.
maybe.
We'll see. I'll try to.
It's gonna be hard.
That's an awkward time.
It's like literally at because they're in Saudi, so when it's 12 here, it's like dark there.
All right, John. We'll talk to you later, man. Have a good night at work.
See you, Mr. Hannibal. Go bite someone at work for me.
We'll see you this Saturday.
We will see you this Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the match? Edge versus Seth Rollins.
It's gonna be another banger. They don't disappoint. They won't disappoint. They're gonna kill it. They're gonna burn the house down, especially in Hell in a Cell.
You know what? This might not be that much of a technical match either because they've already had that.
They're gonna have a brawl.
Yeah, they're gonna be having a street fight type match. So I can't wait, dude, because Edge can do some great street fights.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was like born to be a hardcore wrestler, just didn't know it.
He really kind of was because he took on Mick Foley in a hardcore match, and that was a banger.
Yeah, he went to ECW and took on Terry Funk. And I think Tommy Dreamer, and it was a fantastic match. He teamed with Mick Foley in that match. It was amazing.
Didn't he pin the chick that in the second way that time?
Yeah, he's like boom, boom, boom as they count on the pin.
I was like,
and that was his real wife, Tommy Dreamer's wife. I'm like, oh.
Heat.
In front of him, he did that.
Heat. Big time heat.
Yeah. What's the next match on the card?
That's it.
That ends the show?
I don't know if it probably Roman and Brock won.
Yeah.
So.
Overall, what do you think? Do you think it'll be like the best crown jewel out of them all? Or
yes.
Do you think it'll be just a great pay-per-view?
This will probably be the best crown jewel pay-per-view we've ever seen because of just how stacked it is and how they might just say, go fucking tear the house down for all we care. Which I don't know why they couldn't do it SummerSlam because they've fed it up big time. SummerSlam is awful.
I won't lie, that was like one of the worst SummerSlams I've watched.
So, what else do you want to talk about? You said you want to talk about the other promotion called AEW.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on them? CM Punk, we got, Full Gear coming up. What's your thoughts on Full Gear? Maybe got Cowboy. What's his name? Hangman Page.
Hangman Page,
the Cowboy. Yeah, he might be.
He might be.
Do you think he'll win?
I think he's beating Kenny.
I think so.
I think he's beating Kenny. They do good. I'm not gonna sit here and dog them like I normally do. I will dog Tony because he needs to get his head out of his rear and thinking, start living rent free in WWE, and everyone's like always everyone thinks their opinion's right, but like to me, when you keep saying how bad WWE sucks, how Raw sucks, how SmackDown, how you're going head to head with the last minute of SmackDown with your first 33 minutes and their last 33 minutes, who cares? If they put Roman on that last 33 minutes, you're screwed. You are screwed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that, you're giving us good matches, but there's no build. People like to complain when WWE does it. But when AEW does it,
it gets praised.
It gets praised. It's like, why? Like, Daniel Bryan versus Okada, I think his name is. That crazy Japanese dude. Why? Why is that a match? Why? Can someone explain why? Why?
I noticed that they're doing a lot of big time matches right now. Like they're both throwing haymakers.
For no reason.
Well, they're doing it, and then WWE will do a stack card because they did it first, and then WWE started having championship matches on Raw, and then AEW started doing free matches, and it's like
I don't think WWE will do free matches, but
on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the thing that irritates me. They're having it on YouTube
because they knew that's how they could get the most views for that match. Like,
we got 2 million views. Woohoo! SmackDown view count went to 3.8 million. But you still lost.
Yeah.
And another thing that's been irritating me is Alvarez. That dude is the biggest mark I've ever seen in professional wrestling. Him and Dave both. All they do is this with AEW. I get like in a promotion, but dude, it is. You can criticize it. You can criticize AEW for the love of everything and WWE and still like them both. It is not that hard. But these two just go, you're the best, Tony. Oh yeah, that's what they do.
Vince is like, they're like, screw that dude. We don't want him.
He got that little shriveled up old man. Tongue dog. I think he's Italian, so he's got that meaty one.
Oh man! Oh my god!
Here's the thing that irritates me. This man Alvarez will sit there and he'll look at ratings. I'm sitting there. I'm like, did you look at ratings this much with WCW and Monday Night Raw when they were going back to back? No. You didn't look at the demands. You didn't look at this stuff. You look, okay, WCW one here, and then WWE one here, and they match, and whatever. The fact that they keep going to the demand irritates my soul because who the cares? Even the company don't even care. Even the networks don't care about it. They don't. They're like, oh, they got 1.3 million. That's good. They got 2 million. That's good. They got 5 million. Wonderful. That's all they care about. They don't look at the demands. They don't look at the demo. Because in his logic, because Rampage demo beats SmackDown demo, Rampage beats SmackDown. So you're telling me,
weird.
here's thing that's going to irritate you. You're telling me 663,000 people is greater than 2,100,000 and whatever?
No.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, it's because there's a lot of favoritism with AEW right now.
It's ridiculous. Like, I get it. It's hot. It's new. It is good. I'm not going to sit here and say it's bad. It's not. We watched, what was it, All In or All Out?
All Out, yeah.
Number 3 or number 2. That freaking tag team match was amazing. That MJF and Chris Jericho match was amazing. Adam Cole coming out. Daniel Bryan coming out.
Moments, man. Big
moments.
History, bro.
But what have they done with the Lucha Bros ever since then?
I have no clue. I have not watched AEW.
They're on Rampage. That's all they are. They pretty much, as soon as the Bucks lost it, they put them on Rampage. They've been on Dynamite maybe once or twice. And they're actually having a match, them against Andrade and a mystery opponent this Saturday. Which, cool. But can you please make your champions look a little bit better? Like, at least with Raw, you see Orton and Riddle on there every single Raw. SmackDown, you see the Usos on every single SmackDown. Why can't I see my tag champs on every single Dynamite?
Because we got to make room for other areas.
We got to make the elite look good. But,
yeah.
Again, I'm not going to sit here and hate it. They're two different things.
It's a good alternative.
They're both good alternatives. If you want to watch wrestling one night, watch AEW. You want to watch your sports entertainment, watch your Raw.
Which I think people have lost sight of. Those are two different things. What's up, Ty? How you doing, by the way? Ty, Junebug Films is here. What is going on?
That is something I will agree with you on. People have lost the sight of pro wrestling and sports entertainment. Sports entertainment is, why the frick did he just stand there and not move? That's sports entertainment. Why did he take that move and not reverse it? Sports entertainment.
It's free real estate.
It's sports entertainment.
They're like, no, we want spots. Give us more spots.
And I hate to say it, a lot of AEW matches have a lot of spots.
Oh, yeah, there's spot heavy.
But when they do have a pro wrestling match, mwah, one of the best. Jungle Boy versus Adam Cole. Amazing. That was a good pro wrestling match. It's just, if you're going to criticize one, criticize them both. Because you can criticize both and be happy with your life.
No, I completely agree. Yeah.
Because I'm tired of going, it's why I don't comment on anything when it comes to AEW or WWE, because it's with WWE, it's not that bad. You can say Raw sucks. Everyone's like, yeah, we know. You can say SmackDown's good. Yeah, we know. NXT's good. Yeah, we know. You go and criticize AEW, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know wrestling. You don't know this. The Young Bucks are down. They shut you down. It's like, all I'm saying is they messed this one thing up. It's not the end of the world. They can get better. Oh, well, you can't do it. Yeah, I know I can't do it, but I can still criticize them. If you're going to criticize WWE, why can't I criticize them? Oh, because they're 2 years old or 3 years old. So what?
They need to start showing,
don't
progress.
Do favoritism. It's the same thing with WWE fans. If you're going to criticize AEW, you better criticize WWE, because if you think Raw is good, you're delusional.
Yeah.
You can say the last 2 Raws were good, which they were, but this Raw, pathetic.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. It's like WCW versus WWE right now. You're picking a side. But I guarantee you, there was people who liked both and would watch both.
Exactly. There was, yeah. I saw a lot of people back then did watch both, because they would flip. They had like either two TVs going, or they'd flip back and forth. One would go on commercial break. Boop. Yeah. Like, what's going on? Like, that's an exciting time, And I was watching Bret Hart versus British Bulldog on this Intercontinental Championship DVD set I have. And first of all, it was at SummerSlam. I don't know what year, maybe 91, 92.
Oh, was it the one where he was cocaine out? That was mine?
Supposedly, but I thought they still had an amazing match. Like one of the best Intercontinental Championship
People
matches.
said Brett Carity.
If anything, Brett kind of, I mean, he didn't botch, but there were a couple things I noticed from Brett in there, but it was still an amazing match regardless of whatever was going on. But I think that WWE is missing that spectacle. I mean, they have the spectacle, but as far as when I was watching it, you know, how they treat it like it was a legit sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like British Bulldog and Bret Hart, the music, the fireworks, everything, the ceremony, the celebration, it all seemed, and they were like, I think that match ended the show. You had an Intercontinental Championship match, main event, SummerSlam. And that was a bold move. And I think that we need more of that.
Wasn't it in the UK?
Yeah. It was, I think, in British Bulldog's hometown.
That's probably why they did it. But still, ballsy move. Having your IC title main event, not your world championship.
WWE needs more moves like that because they have the resources to. Tony's doing it, but you can do it too, Vince. I know they can. They got to take a chance.
Nice. Exactly.
They got to take a chance, and they got to do some basically surprise stuff to get people like, oh my God, it's a surprise. You know?
Right. It's exactly like that. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and dog AEW. That's not my job. You know, my job is to sit and watch both and say what I like about both, what I don't like about both. What I like about WWE is it's more focused, like I said, on the sports entertainment. Can they have good pro wrestling matches in there? Yes. Can AEW have good entertainment value? Yes. Can AEW not mention WWE for 5 minutes? Yes. They can do it. It's just their owner thinks otherwise because he wants to have this big head of an ego, and it's going to get knocked off, sadly, because if he plays this game and he loses, it's going to be bad for him. Like, he loses bad, too. Not like, by 100. If he loses by a lot, it's going to hurt him big time.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if Raw gets good, because if Vince wants to, man, he can make Raw flip like that.
Yeah. Really, the only thing, and this is the thing that you also got to understand, is that this WWE right now is very different than 20 years ago. Because 20 years ago, really, come on. You know what colors that is?
It's still dope, though.
I still like it. That's pretty
The
neat.
black and blue. Sorry, side quest. ADHD.
But, what was I saying? Vince back like in 98 could change something like that because he wanted to.
Look at what he's done with Raw. Like he will change. Like it was one of the good Raws. He booked it. It was really freaking good. I think Priest had an open challenge. The story mode was going. Story was going. Everything was on point. He knows how to book a Raw, but he wants to see if these idiots can do it. And so far, they freaking can't.
No.
What he needs to do is fire all his writers. And then go and find wrestling fans and wrestling people and say, do you want to write Raw? Sure, I'll write Raw with you. You pay him, and boom, you're getting a good product.
Yeah.
Like if he would have came to us and say, I'll pay you every Raw $100,000. All you got to do is write me a script. Boom, we got you.
Yeah.
We know what to do.
Well, here's the thing that I've even heard of. And this is what somebody pointed out, and I thought this was a good point. Vince has a lot of sponsors that he has to. That, and not only that, but he has a lot of departments now that they also have a say in what the product does. So really, Vince can't just change WWE because he wants to. He has to go to the partners. He has to make sure he doesn't lose the sponsors. It's a lot more entwined company now, which is why it's like it is.
It's why you can't have a lot of blood or a lot of cursing and stuff like that. AEW can get away with it because they do have some sponsors. They got State Farm, but that's one. WWE's got 50, 60, probably 100.
All kinds of sponsors.
And they're kind of letting it go. Like, they can say the S word now, and it's like, okay, that's kind of cool, but it's like, who cares? Like, don't overkill it. That's what I'm saying, because I hate to say it, Christian kind of killed it. He said it a lot when he was feuding with Omega. I was like, bruh.
Like, really?
And again, it's not like I don't like it. That feud was amazing. That match on Rampage was amazing. I love that match.
It was great.
Everything about AEW is good. I just wish they would just, stop worrying about over here
and focus on themselves.
Like, you see WWE. This is what I'm looking at. They're both in a car, right? They're both going down a freeway. They keep doing this. No one can get ahead. People are saying AEW's all the way over there. Some people are saying WWE's all the way over there. They're neck and neck. That's what I'm saying. WWE's just trying to go straight. They're not looking at AEW. They're not mentioning AEW. There's like, this is what AEW is doing.
Exactly.
Just ahead. Look ahead. Just look ahead. Don't worry about that juggernaut, because you compete with that juggernaut. Guess what's going to happen?
It's not going to last long.
Fail. Look at WCW. Look at TNA. Look at Ring of Honor. Look at all these other promotions.
Their biggest mistake was trying to take down WWE.
They all failed. New Japan. People could say things about New Japan saying they could probably beat WWE. As soon as that was mentioned, it got switched off immediately. And I really think if they have if Tony has the balls, then he would put a show on Monday to see if he can beat Raw. But he's not going to do that, because, like I said, if he does that, he's going to lose. He knows he's going to lose, because what does WWE have over AEW? And you've said it multiple times.
Over AEW?
Over AEW.
Well, I think they have a lot of things, like better production.
No. What do they have over AEW that, like you said it before, they're the Disney of the wrestling world. They're the Disney.
Oh, their brand. Their brand is just like,
their brand's
they make money from that logo alone.
They're
makes
up
money.
here. AEW is down here.
Yeah, the brand logo is not as valuable. Like, even that little logo, WWE logo, is valuable.
Mm-hmm. They put on a shirt. That shirt's $20. They're getting sales with that. They put it on somewhere on an arena. That's money. AEW does the same thing, but it's not
as much money.
It's not as big. WWE sells out these big arenas. Sometimes they don't always sell out, but they get these big arenas, and they mainly sell them out. Maybe a couple seats here and there, maybe a couple, nosebleed seats, maybe a couple seats over here, whatever. But most of the time, they're drawing 100, 200, 300,000 people at their show. Their lowest was 4,000 because of California's freaking rule. You can't go anywhere unless you have COVID law. And I think the Giants were in a playoff game against some baseball team. But if you have these numbers, and you're looking at AEW, they're not in these big arenas. They're in these smaller arenas. They're selling out. That's good. But what you need to do is you need to get in those big arenas. That's what I want to see. I want to see them. Like, they sold out Madison Square Garden. I give them that. That's good. That's a good start. But I want to see you go to these big arenas that WWE does. And
if you think you can compete, just try to compete.
You don't have to win.
We'll see what happens.
You don't have to win, because guess what? If you get blown out, that's okay, because guess what? People are still going to watch you because you're the alternative. It's not like Vince is going to buy you out like he did WCW. If that happens,
exactly.
If that happens, I'll be shocked.
So I guess one of the last things I can ask you before we close this out, because we're about at an hour mark right now.
And we still got to watch Halloween number 4.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I kind of see a reaction to that. It's a good movie, dude. You're going to like it. What do you see in the future of WWE? Like, who do you still see as champion? Do you see different champions? And what do you want to see happen? What do you want to see happen, and what do you think will happen?
What do I want to see happen is more talent. Use your talent. Don't sit them in the back. Don't wait for their contract to be up. Tell you need to look at your talent. Have them all sit down. Raw, then do SmackDown. You look at your talent. You go out there and kill this show. I will book all of you to have a match, all of you to have a promo, or whatever. If you can't make it, then I'll book you next week. You use every single person on that roster. Same thing with SmackDown. You tell your talent. Go out there, have a good match. Tear the house down for all I care. Make people want to come back. Because that's what I want to see. Who I see as champions, I don't see anyone taking that belt off Roman for a minute. I can agree with you. I think he's gonna have it for years. I don't think he's gonna beat whoever he's gonna beat at WrestleMania. He's probably gonna have The Rock at the Hollywood WrestleMania. He's probably gonna beat The Rock. He's gonna beat everyone.
Which it makes sense because it's the Hollywood WrestleMania.
That's what one I want to see. I don't want to see the Dallas one, but I can see him holding that belt.
Is it Dallas now?
Dallas is the next. If this one's coming up, The next one's Hollywood.
Damn, we got a while.
So I can see
We'll be
Roman.
like 23, 24.
Roman's going to hold that for a minute.
Yeah.
What I see on Raw, I see Big E holding that title for possibly a couple months, probably 5, 6, 7 months, maybe even a year. Then I can see, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Austin Theory's going to win that belt. He's going to win an IC or US title in there. Actually, this one I'm going to say. Big E's going to hold it for a minute. Austin Theory's going to get involved in the United States picture, beat Damian Priest, and then Priest is going to go after Big E, and Priest is going to dethrone Big E.
Nice. I wouldn't be mad about that at all.
Then I can see Theory, and then on SmackDown, I can see Nakamura having the IC for a little bit, and Ricochet getting a hold of it, maybe Jeff and Willow, Sheamus in there, mix it up. Who knows? They could freaking have Ricochet beat Roman for the Universal Champion for all we know on SmackDown, just to do that. I can see AJ and Omos eventually breaking up and AJ winning another championship, like a WWE championship or a mid-card. And I see a lot of good things with WWE, especially with their homegrown talent, man, especially NXT. I know you don't watch NXT that much, but I guarantee you watch NXT, you will be impressed with a lot of these characters that they're building, they're molding. They're really freaking good. Like the Steiner dude, his kid, he is amazing. Dude, he's amazing. His character's down, his wrestling's down, everything's there. I'd hope his wrestling down. He's a Steiner. But everything's amazing with him. The big, tall dude with freaking O'Reilly, he's good. Freaking the big dude who does this, who everyone calls him Mark Henry 2.0, which I hate, he's killing it. A lot, I can't remember all their names because it's just, I remember their character. Dexter Lumis is killing it in NXT. Indy Hartwell, Gargano, Candice, all these people are killing it. And there's Ciampa, and they're still doing what they want to do. And NXT viewerships are slowly climbing. They went from 600 to 700. They might get into the millions soon, man.
That's good.
And if that happens, bro, I will be so happy for NXT. Because their way that they're marketing NXT is brilliant. Mandy Rose, that redhead chick, the other chick, Toxic Desire, that's a good faction. Raquel Gonzalez. NXT is freaking amazing right now. I love watching it. Even though I haven't watched it in 2 weeks, so I've been busy on Wednesdays. But NXT is just so good. Raw can have its day. I just wish they would get something right with Raw. Because they had 2 weeks of nothing but good Raw, and it was just
gone.
SmackDown, if you complain about SmackDown, what else do you want at that point?
Yeah.
Like, I get people are complaining about Roman's long power run, but if you're going to complain about that, you could not survive back in the 90s or 80s or 70s with Bruno Sammartino holding it for 7 years.
Right.
But I see a lot of hope with WWE. I see a lot of things coming, not to be negative, but I see I hate to say it, but I see a train hitting AEW.
Do you think this AEW has too much of an ego right now?
I don't say the roster does, but I would say Tony definitely does. Some of the roster does, like the Elite, but it is what it is. Again, I'm not going to sit here and hate them because they're, like I said, they're doing their job, whether I want to admit it or not. They're making me hate them, whether it's cringe or not. That is what they're going out to do. They're making me hate them because they're cringe or I just flat out just don't like them. That's their job. That's the reason why I like Baron. That was the reason like how you like Mahal. He goes out, he makes you hate him, and he doesn't do cheap heat. Young Bucks do cheap heat sometimes, and so does Kenny. But all heels do. The thing is, I can see a train hitting AEW here soon because I can see a couple AEW guys switching shifts to WWE because they're not getting used. Brian Cage, Lance Archer, I can see them going to WWE and being used because they will use them. That zombie Japanese chick, she don't get used at all. I can see her going to WWE and being a star.
It's a travesty how Lance Archer was treated.
It really is. The man's talented. A lot of people say this, and I kind of can see it. I can see the biggest switch that could not kill AEW, but hurt them. I can see MJF going to WWE.
That would really hurt them.
Even though he'd have to be PG down, but I can see him still getting away with a lot of things he'd say. And I hate to say it, but I can honestly, and this may surprise you, but I can see Darby. I could see Darby going to WWE. Not like anytime soon, but I could see eventually when Darby, gets his run or whatever, I can see him going, I want to try this out. Go to NXT, see what happens.
Yeah.
People will leave. I like, who the frick knows? Freaking Young Bucks might show up in WWE. You never know. New Day might go up to AEW. It's why that door, that door, WWE needs to open that door, let them come in, and then go over there and do business with them. No more stick in your lane, but just have that just in there. Because imagine freaking Jon Moxley versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Not Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
Imagine Chris Jericho versus Edge
now. AEW is waiting. WWE. I don't know what's going on with Vince. He needs to do it because it'll be one of the biggest things that will happen. And they'll both make money.
That's the thing. I don't think Vince wants him to make money.
And there will be no more rivalry. They'll both work together. And they'll both, okay, you're PG. Well, you guys can come over here and do the TVMA, not MA, but like 14. TV 14 stuff. It would be so much more better if all the wrestling companies work together. But unfortunately, I think Vince's ego just is not like that. That's something
I will agree with. Vince has an ego, and his ego is this: I'm number one, and no one else matters. Because imagine if you get freaking TNA guys showing up in WWE, A guys showing up in WWE, TNA, or is it TNA? New Japan guys showing up in WWE. Freaking imagine that. Freaking Phil Ospreay versus Ricochet in a WWE.
It would be amazing.
Malachi Black comes back and freaking kicks Big E's head off. Something freaking crazy, They freaking all work together. Like, they have their own super brand. Like, there's no more WWE, there's no more AEW, no more TNA, no more AA, no more Ring of Honor. It's just one thing, and it's just every single one of them. There's a show on Monday, there's a show on Tuesday, there's a show on Wednesday, there's a show on Thursday, and there's a show on Friday. And there's no live events. It's just Monday through Friday, nothing but wrestling. Saturday and Sundays are your pay-per-views. Imagine how beastly that would be. You got Monday Night Raw, Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night Dynamite, Thursday night Ring of Honor, Friday night SmackDown, Rampage, and New Japan.
Yeah.
Or put New Japan with Ring of Honor on Thursdays.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Think about how good that is. NXT
What's up, John?
John's back.
John.
NXT UK and Dynamite on the same day. Because they're both on Wednesdays. This NXT UK's early.
Yeah.
So much good stuff. Walter going to AEW and going, Lance Archer versus Walter.
Exactly.
Brock Lesnar versus Kenny Omega. Roman fucking Reigns versus
Jon Moxley.
Malachi Black.
Or Jon Moxley.
Or Jon Moxley. Or Chris Jericho. Or Kenny Omega.
It'd be amazing, man.
And you still have Dark. You still got main event. You still got these many things involved. But they stream it. Like, just...
It's going to be amazing.
There's so much... Like, we have so much of this just mindset. It's just like, why can't they all just work together?
The door is there, just waiting to be opened.
Just open the door. Someone just open
it.
Or someone just kicked down the fucking door.
And actually, John's here, and John actually invited me to a stream after this, which what I'll probably do is give the computer a rest, turn on Halloween, put on headphones, watch Halloween, be a part of the stream. We'll all hang out. You can be on it too with me if you want.
All right, that's fine.
Because he told me, and I totally forgot that he was streaming tonight, so I figured I'd hop on for a little bit and stream with him. I don't know if I'll be able to stay for the whole show, but I'll definitely try to stay for a good chunk of it. But anyways, yeah, it's closing statements on this stream.
My biggest closing thing.
Everybody enjoy pro wrestling while you have it.
The man just said, enjoy your wrestling. Don't sit there and be a crap about it. Yes, criticize them both if you need to.
Criticism is important, but to just straight up bash a company is just another thing for no reason.
Just like, and if you don't want to love both, just love one and just keep the one out of here wherever you're near. That's the one thing. Because everyone's all this. The thing that cracks me. Everyone's so tough on social media, but then like you're face to face with a wrestler, half the time they're gonna sit there and be like. Perfect example was JD.
Yeah.
He got handled by Ryback, and I was like, sucker.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I do have a charger for my computer again, so I will try to make some more videos at a more faster time. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Future content is coming. Just be patient and give me some time. But anyways, thank y'all, and most importantly, thank you, Colton, for being a part of the stream. Really appreciate it. But anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And yeah, just give me a minute, and I'll be on John's stream over on Grande's Graveyard. And I'll also be watching Halloween 4 in the background with my boy, Colt. He'll be there too. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.